So here it is. Yesterday we discussed about what is network, what is networking, internetworking. It's look like a single statement. Maybe people thought, sir, why we should give this importance for it. So if you are telling about an IP address or maybe a OSA layer or maybe a subnetting kind of concept, maybe you told about a router switches configurations. That is a very important. That is a big thing. Why it is this? It's a very small thing, guys. There is no small thing and big thing here. Every statement is everything is very important. Compulsory know what it is. Compulsory you should tell about it. That is the second thing. Okay. So interconnection of two or more devices is called a network, and communication between two or more interconnected devices is called a networking. Internetwork means networks, connection of two or more networks, and internetworking means communication between different networks. You know what is this internet? Internet is a global network, means it's a connection of networks of like that only. Okay. So all the networks will connected. Okay. Each other, all networks are connected, and we can that we are form as a internet globally. Of course. LAN and WAN, so local area network, wide area network. Local area network is a private network. It is local network only. Wide area network, the global network, public network. We are getting connected with internet because of wide area network only. Okay? So that's one point. Campus area network and metropolitan area network are having just it is also networks are connected together, like a multiple LANs are connected together and become a big network, but within the campus, within the city. Very important is LAN and WAN is different. Metropolitan area network, campus area network. Okay. Just a campus limitation and city limitation. But LAN is simply a private network. So we are not connecting, no interconnection. It is simply a network, but not interconnection. But there is interconnectivity is there in a wide area networks. PAN personal area network, home area network, body area network, what so many other networks are there. So we'll see that. Intranet, internet. Guys, again, intranet means like a LAN only. It is a local. You are accessing your server, or maybe you are accessing a PC within the LAN without requirement of any router, modems, internet connectivity, not required. So for example, I am communicating from my laptop to my mobile phone, intranet only, in the LAN network only. If I am communicating to youtube.com, facebook.com, internet. Okay, that is global and public. Default gateway. So as I said, my mobile phone and my laptop and my desktop in the same LAN network. To communicate between these devices, I don't require a default gateway. Okay. So when I want to communicate, like I open a google.com, facebook.com, youtube.com. So compulsory, I have to go outside of my network. So how to go outside of my network? Through the default gateway only. Most of the cases, router act like a default gateway. Okay, guys. The router is a gateway. That is not correct one. Router is act like a default gateway. Okay. So default gateway IP address, guys. Default gateway is a device, and IP address of that device is default gateway IP address. So in our cases, our router act like a default gateway. Then it is router IP address, which is our side, LAN side, internal side. That is our default gateway IP address. See this, there is a router, and left side you can see LAN, right side there is a WAN. So when you are communicating to outside, so we are send a packet to through default gateway, which is router interface. Router send a packets to outside. This outside is WAN connectivity, through WAN connectivity. Also we discussed about Ethernets, NICs kind of stuff. Of course, NIC, Ethernet is also NIC. Your Wi-Fi, built-in Wi-Fi is also NIC. Or maybe if you use a USB Wi-Fi, that is also NIC. Last time one batch people said USB Ethernet RJ45 adapter is also there. You know, so some laptops does not contains this wide connectivity. Okay? Wide connectivity. So you can connect it to your USB to laptop, and you can connect a wire here. Okay, just for if in case in your place you went to some organization, the only LAN wires they use it, but your laptop does not have LAN port. Then what to do? So you can use this kind of arrangement. You know, some places they will give a VGA port. VGA port means like you have to connect your laptop to a projector, but it is a VGA port. VGA port means normal monitor port, not HDMI. Most of the recent laptops are with HDMI port, not VGA port. So my laptop having both, but now that VGA is removed and they will put only HDMI. Okay, so that is another matter. Okay. Before you buy this kind of stuff, guys, USB extensions or USB to LAN kind of stuff, please go through reviews. Better to purchase one proper company kind of stuff. Do not purchase cheaper. Cheaper will damage your original USB port. Yeah, whatever it is, that's I want to show you guys. So whatever it is, you have a device and you want to connect the device to the network, we need an NIC. NIC means network interface card. We have a NIC earlier days, like we can insert into our system, or on motherboard we have a connectivity also came with these Ethernet ports. So LAN port can connect with the wire. Okay. That is called the Ethernet cards we are having. So LAN card, Ethernet card, NIC card. These are all the different names. In Ethernets, we have a first starting it is 10 Mbps Ethernets, then fast Ethernets, then gigabit Ethernet. Fast Ethernet is 100 Mbps and it is a gigabit Ethernet 1000 Mbps connection or 1 Gbps connection. So yesterday I said no, BBPS means bits per second. Small b means bits per second. Next, okay. So Ethernet cards have a unique 64-bit. Sorry. So every NIC, either it is a Wi-Fi NIC kind of stuff, like you have a Wi-Fi adapter kind of stuff, or maybe you have a wide connectivity, like a Ethernet cards kind of stuff. So every NIC have a 48-bit address on your 48-bit address on the NIC. Okay, second. Every sorry, every NIC has a MAC address which is 48-bit in size, or like that also you can see. Or every NIC have a 48-bit address on it, which is also called as a MAC address, media access control. This MAC address also called as a physical address or a hardware address. 48-bit in size is a 48-bit in size. Hexadecimal shows in a hexadecimal numbers, 12 hexadecimals. Okay. Yeah, throughout now it is example of how it is look like already we seen. Yesterday also we seen how a MAC address is looking about a MAC address, guys. So look at here. MAC address is given by a manufacturer of that NIC. Either it is a Wi-Fi related or wired related. So whatever it is, there is an NIC. The manufacturer of NIC is given a MAC address on that NIC. It is a unique, guys. It means my NIC MAC address never exists in this world. Okay, remember that point. MAC address is cannot be repeated. Entire world. Okay, because it's given by a manufacturer, they follow a sequence code like a manufacturer ID and the NIC having some ID. Both are combinedly having a NIC MAC address. So we cannot change the MAC address. So MAC address, there is no duplicate MAC address. Same MAC address is not repeating, mainly physical NICs. You can change network IP address, means you can change IP address, but you cannot change the MAC address. MAC spoofing is possible. MAC works in LAN. MAC binding is possible. Used in Wi-Fi networks, security kind of stuff. We can't communicate with the MAC address. All communications by IP address. This is how to check the MAC address and IP address. So you can go to ncpa.cpl directly, network connections, double click on adapter details, you will find. Or you can say control panel, network and sharing center, change adapter settings. Okay, there you will find an adapter, double click. Guys, I am telling this line step by step how to check it. You also practice that one. Okay, just not listen and leave. You have to practice how to tell. I'm not asking you any questions. Okay, but does not mean you don't need to study. Okay. Get Mac IP config all. Okay, both the ways you can find a MAC address. So you can see get Mac. You can find some MAC addresses, but you don't know which MAC address is which adapter if you have a multiple adapters. This is IP config. Only IP config does not show any MAC address. Only IP address, subnet mask, default gateway. IP config space slash all will show your MAC address, means your physical address, and of course IP address, subnet mask, default gateway, DHCP server address, DNS server address, the lease obtained, lease expiry. Okay. You can see that one. That is the. Also, we discussed about cables, guys. It is a coaxial cable. So in middle of this cable, there is a one copper wire is there. That is the main carrier of your signal. Outer there is a insulators and there is a copper mesh on it. The mesh is protect the signal from electromagnetic interference, which cause the crosstalk. Your original signal may be damaged because of this EMI or a crosstalk. There is different way of connectivity is there. Nowadays, we are not using this for networking purpose. Okay. Next one is twisted pair cable. Generally, in our network connectivity, so we use a twisted pair cables only. It is a copper cables, but it contains 8 wires in a single cable. 8 wires in the single cable. It is a what we can say, not simplex, it is a full duplex communication possible with the twisted pair cables. Full duplex communication. We can send and we can also receive data simultaneously. What is full duplex? We can send and receive data simultaneously. So maybe I have written that one somewhere. I didn't remember where I put it. I will try to show this. Guys, simplex means you send a signal, other side they will receive. That's it. Okay, this is a one-way direction. One-way direction communication. I send a packet, other side they receive. That's it. I send a data, other side receive. Send, receive. That's it. Sender send, receive, receive. Half duplex. It is. Also a single line. Either you send, other side receive. If you send, other side receive. Other side sending, you are receiving, but not at a same time. It is a two-way communication. Either you send or a receive, but not at the same time. Example, walkie-talkie. So when people are talking in walkie-talkie, like a police, like you watch movies, right? So in that one, they will set a over, copy that, Roger that. Some words they use it like, yeah, we received your information. By there is a button is there. If anybody want to talk, you have to press the button. They will tell, and once they release the button, okay, they release the button to next person can other person can able to talk. Okay? If any person want to talk, they'll press the button and they will talk. While they are talking, other people cannot. Other people only hear. Even they talk also. It's send anything. It's a one-way direction. It means either you send or receive, not at same time. Full duplex communication. What is full duplex communication? It's a two-way communication. Both send and receive at same time. Exactly say there is a two simplexes. If you use two simplexes, like a one send and other is receive. Like a source is there. It's like a I'm sending, other side receiving, other side sending in a different line. I'm receiving in that different line. Okay. So two lines here, two wires. Think like a two wires. One wire is for a sending and receiving, another for a receiving and sending kind of stuff. Okay, reverse like so simplex direction, one direction. It is reverse direction. The twisted pair cable is purely full duplex communication. I didn't noted that one, so I will back to that. Twisted pair cables are full duplex communication because 8 wires. Out of 8 wires, 2 wires for a transmission, 2 wires for a receiving a signal. Okay. Totally, we need a 4 wires compulsory for a data transmission. Out of 8. We are not going that another points. Okay, so we'll go to unshielded twisted pair cable, shielded twisted pair cable. Two type of cables are there. So shielded means there is a shielding on these 8 wires copper mesh. It protect your signal from electromagnetic interferences. It causes so electromagnetic interface causes crosstalk. Mix the signal to one, two, three signals together, then it damage your original. Of course, it is give a strength to your cable, so it protects your cable from any external attacks like rat attacks kind of stuff. Also, little protection is there. Of course, mostly we are using a UTP. Why? Because of it is a cheaper. Because of STP is costlier than UTP, so we choose UTP or STP. Of course, either UTP or STP, we are using the twisted pair cables. Like either you use UTP and STP in our regular LAN communication. Regular LAN communication, so we use UTP, STP. We use a RJ45 connector in our LAN communication. RJ11 connector for a telephone communication, RJ45 for a regular network internet connection. LAN communication. Of course, it is called a four-pair cable and it contains 8 wires. And there is a four colors: blue, orange, green, brown, or orange, green, brown, blue. And there is a paired with their paired colors, like a blue with a white blue, orange with a white orange, green with a white green, brown with a white brown. These are the, and this is the connector. We'll use it to put these wires into this RJ45 connector, okay, and use the crimping tool to crimp it. Then it is become a cable like this, both ends with the RJ45 connector. So first of all, you have to test this with the testing tool to make sure everything is good. Then we can use it. Guys, this is also called a LAN cable, also called as a patch cable. If you once you are in the organization, someone asked you, give me that patch cable, and do not put a blank face. Okay, so that's why I put this person. Okay, yeah. So it's not different words. People use in different organizations, different places, different type of words we are using. Some people call it a LAN cable. Some people call it as a patch cable. Some people call it as a some cat cable. Okay? Because these cables are categorized into multiple categories. Cat one is a actually telephone cable. RJ for 11 connector we use it, and it is a two pair cable. Means four wires are there, two pair cable. That is telephone wires. Next, cat 2, cat 3, cat 4 up to cat 4 we have. Cat 4 is again used for longer period of time because we have a 10 Mbps Ethernet connections are there. That's why it is cat 4, 10 Mbps speed. Of course, cat 3, cat 4 is that is also right 16 Mbps. That time we have a 10 Mbps connections. Even though how much speed it is, the length of the cable support is 100 meters only. Okay. Next one, cat 5 cables. So cat 5 cables support 100 Mbps, right? That is also correct one. Cat 5e, as I remember, it is 500 to 600 Mbps. Cat 6 is a 1 Gbps, and I don't know if there is a 10 Gbps supporting copper wires are there, but still, I'm not going to tell you that one. So Cat 6, Cat 5e are more popular LAN connectors. Of course, Cat 4, Cat 5, Cat 5e, Cat 6. These four are more popular. Out of that ones, nowadays you should use at least Cat 5, 5e, 6. 6 is available in the market. That guarantee that is 6 is most common. Want to buy Cat 6. Of course, it is showing 10 Gbps speed UTP LAN cable. I don't know. So that some meter it is. I don't. Yeah. So Cat 5, Cat 5e, the clock speed, and Cat 5, Cat 6 clock speed is good. So it is always better to choose this Cat cable. Whatever it is, guys. So these are the UTP cables. Yeah. Yesterday, last what happened when I'm telling about this one, again system given a problem, then I'm unable to connect. Okay. So here it again, fiber optical cable. Fiber optical cable. The name itself like a optical means light. So light passes through glass, right? So that's why this cable is made up of glass. So glass is not a metal. Glass is not a metal. It is non-metal. So obviously no electromagnetic interference. Electromagnetic interference is directly on the metallics like a copper, gold, silver, iron, aluminium. Electromagnetic interference is there. In our mobile we have a gold. Receive these signals, faster communicating. Use the gold connectors. Okay, so electromagnetic interference. The light wave as a signal, light wave we are using as a signal, not as a electrical signal. So we use coaxial cable and UTP STP cable, electrical signal. In the fiber optical we use light waves. Fiber optical mainly two important properties. Of course, no electromagnetic interference that is also there, but other than that one, two important properties. Very long distance communication possible. UTP STP cable 100 meters, coaxial cable 800 meters. But fiber optical cable depends upon the cable. It is lot of very longer distance we can able. Very high speed data transmission. Like now we are showing that Cat 6 or Cat 6A kind of stuff for a 10 Mbps, 10 Gbps. But the fiber optical cable itself, it is a 10 Mbps. Easily patch cable, you will find it. It is a fiber optical cable. Okay, like this, so many fiber optical cables are there. So even this is a single cable. Okay. This is also a single cable. Patch card, and I don't know exactly this meaning. It's a 5 meters cable. FC to LC cable. It is showing that some these points are there, no? FC, LC. This is a fiber optical fiber channel. This is LC means I don't know. We didn't done any research on it. We studied in connectors. This is the gold connectors. Depends upon the devices, the side by side connectors. This is also a patch cable, pure fiber optical to fiber optical, FCTFC type. It is also 5 meters, two cables. Cost is only 300 cables. Okay, yeah. So even when I am trying to purchase a LAN cable mean LAN patch cable, UTP cable. Some people asked me, so why you are purchasing this LAN cable? So better to buy fiber optical cable. It is cheaper. Okay? Yes, fiber optical cable is cheaper as compared to normal LAN cable. Why? Because LAN cables are made up of copper, but this is a made up of glass. Means just like a silicon material type. Means limestone. We use it here. Glass material. But problem is there, guys. What is the problem? If I purchase the fiber optic cable for my LAN communication, regular LAN communication, then I have to change a lot of things. So look at here. This is a adapter. Here instead of cable, I am putting a card or adapter, HBA kind of stuff. Get here. This is I have to insert into my desktop. Of course, I'm using a laptop, so maybe there is required as some conversion. By laptop, I don't have any default kind of stuff, right? So I have to go through this kind of stuff. This is Lenovo. The dual channel, dual port is there, means two cables you can able to connect it. It's a 8 GB data transmission speed. A LAN, do you require 8 GB speed? Eh? The single one, but it is look like a different one. It is good one. So company and other kind of stuff, the cost will be different, and it is in Amazon. Randomly, it will pick the. Okay, so here it is. So you want to insert cable, the relevant cable connector also you are required, and of course you need a switch, need a router. Okay, guys, fiber optical cables. Of course, nowadays we are using a fiber optical cables for internet connectivity, but it is coming up to your coming up to your no, try like this. Last class I showed, even I have a picture. I took a I collect a picture of that one also. But no problem. Nokia. Recently, this is one of the things. This is, you can see the Nokia router for a Airtel fiber connection. See, this is the fiber optical cable. Okay, fiber optical cable will go to this, and the yellow one is the fiber optical cable is going to this. This is better closer. See, it is the fiber optic cable from ISP to our router. It is connected to our router. From router again we are using Wi-Fi and LAN cables only. Okay, for internet connection I'm using. So this is a Geo box and Nokia router. So Geo is giving a Geo different routers. Okay, Geo Geo broadband one like this. This is so these Geo boxes also. First, it will connect it to fiber optical cable from outside to inside for a WAN connectivity. From here, you can access through Wi-Fi or wire also. Okay, so that is what I am trying to show you. So fiber optical cables, okay, good. But problem is for a regular LAN communication, again, required that cable related switches, very costly, and adapters. Again, you have to add and that adapters very costly. Cables, the cable, different type of connectors are there. We don't have that much knowledge now. Now in here, only one type cable it is. Maybe in there two, three varieties are there, but mostly patch cable is patch cable. Okay, so we don't get this much any different type of connectors kind of stuff. Okay, so you don't have to worry about. Next one is, if in case you want to connect your own, you need a special equipment. If you in case the cable is not working, again the tester again that is again you need for the training. Okay, normal regular home users by you watching a YouTube video, they cannot repair it. Or maybe go to few things we can. Okay. There is a it is a cheaper as well as a costly. We are getting internet through fiber optical cables only, guys. We are getting internet the fiber optical cables only. Okay, lot of people think we are getting internet from satellites. Even some YouTube very researchers, problem with the world is like not with the smart people, not with the dumb people. Very smart people. They said we have done all research and we are presenting this one. They do nothing. They got some forwarded video and telling a story from it. Okay, I don't know. So, but really, I'm not commenting, but I have seen some videos there are telling manipulating lot of. Of course, Starlink is different. Starlink internet is like how you are getting cable TV channels through satellite. Elon Musk Starlink is through satellite internet connectivity. Not that is not a new one because it is when Airtel launched this Dish TV. That time only Airtel said we are also provide internet through satellites. Even that is also not happening. It is not much easy also. Why? Because of satellite is very costly and maintenance. And satellite works for a few years, not a 100 years, 200 years. Satellite won't work. Satellite works for a certain period of time. Space debris. So what is space debris? So when we are launch lot of satellites, okay, we have a lot of satellites. It is surrounding. It is rotating around our Earth. So once the work is completed, they leave like that only, or they will destroy something somewhat. They'll pull somewhere like they will come back to unwashed. Some are burned under atmosphere. Some are reach the wash. If you go and take this debris, means once it is on the wash, and then you can go and dig it, you'll find lot of gold in it. Costly equipment if you are lucky. Of course, Elon Musk and Amazon, so they want to launch satellites, rockets, and all. Like you can go to the space without destroying anything. Okay, so simply same land you can instead of dropping from uh, sky to land, so they can you can safely land on the earth. That is what they want to try to show you. Okay, space debris. So another challenge. Next, internet is used by a lot of people. Means your satellite is also required. So these are the cables under the earth. Not under earth is there, as well as mainly under ocean. Okay, under earth. Maybe if you go on a roadside, you are going. Okay, see it is under ocean, and there is a maintenance team also there. The driving team is also there. See how it is they will put it. Entire globally is there. There is a certain websites I taken from submarine cable map. So you can see those cables also, how they are connected. Our Geo means Reliance 20 years back, more than 20 years back only. So that time we have a government so that they are take this license along with BSNL. So they have their own these fiber optical cables. Okay, it is a stable money making kind of stuff because once you put a cable, so you need to remove the cable and see for every 5 years, 10 years kind of stuff. Once a cable, that's the cable. That's it. And internally there is no special material, right? That's only a material. Only thing is any connectivity, some connectivity, shark attacks, some disturbances occur. Okay? Any some power module is fallen, then we can able to go and repair it. Okay? And they will repair it. And that too, it is under washing, so you can very simply go in, right? So these are the optical fiber. You can search also how it is like. Yes, you got an idea about optical fiber cable. You are getting internet through this cables, not through satellite. Okay, so this is what we discussed yesterday. Okay, up to now.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Next part, we are going to see the different devices, but I'm getting a lot of throat. So what I'm doing is, I will tell about a simple physical topologies, okay, and then we'll take a break and we'll come back and we'll go with the devices because it's very simple. Guys, always study what you are already completed first, then continue. Okay, then continue. Okay, always complete it repeatedly yesterday's again, previous day. Tomorrow again, yesterday, previous days. If you study like that, it is a repetition of study. You listen and just leave it, you will forget it. Okay. At the time of interview, so tomorrow is an interview. Today you open a books, everything is Greek and Latin. When you study, you are unable to present, guys. Lot of people are failing in interviews, as I know from last 10 years. Lot of people are failing in interview only because of lack of practice answering, not lack of knowledge, not because of lack of knowledge. Okay, understand? Here it is. Physical topology. Physical topology, the way of devices connected physically, we call it as a physical topology in the network. Next one is logical topology. Logical topology is all belongs to your how to based on your IP address, network ID. Based on that only the logical topology is there. Okay. So different physical topologies are there. Bus topology, ring topology, mesh topology, star topology, point to multi-point, hybrid topologies. Okay. For example, you take four computers. I have four computers. Okay. So all computers are connected to a backbone wire. All computers are connected to a backbone wire. So all these pieces are communicating through this backbone wire only. Okay. So this is called a bus topology. This is called a bus topology. What is a bus topology? You have a devices are connected to a backbone wire. All devices are communicating through this backbone wire only. It is very easy to connect, configure, and maintenance. Okay. So just I'm telling what it is, what it is. I'm not writing anything here. Okay. This look like a old style a cable TV network. cable TV kind of stuff. It is one cable guy is there now, so he will draw the cable or the houses. Then from main cable, so he connect to the other, right? So this is like that. But here it is, if in case a cable is got some problem, the backbone wire cable got some problem, no further communication. Communication will be stopped. Okay. So that is your bus topology. We should know both positive and negative points. Positive point very easy to configure, no complexity in it. Okay. And there is a main cable and you have to connect it to the cable. Like you are using coaxial cable, you can use like that only and you can start communicating from one PC to another PC. But problem is if main backbone cable is down, all communication stop. If somewhere, someplace, the backbone wire is got some problem, then the further communication will be stopped. Next one is here I have a computers and then each computer connected to the next computer. What it is? Each computer is connected to the next computer. For example, A is connected to B is connected to C is connected to D is connected to E is connected to like this. And it form a ring. Whose topology guys it is? The idea is a ring topology. Ring topology. Ring topology. Okay. What is this ring topology? Here it will communicate like a to D communication. So packet A send a packet to B to C to D. Okay. C to A communication. C will send a packet to D to E to. It means either it is clock direction or anti-clockwise direction also. E send a packet to B. E send a packet to B. E A B. B send a packet to E. B C D E. Okay. Either it is a clock or a anti-clockwise direction. Okay. It is like that. It is also very easy to configure, but there is some problems. You have to configure each and every device, how they should be communicate to the next device. The way, the flow of device communication, you have to design, you have to connect it. Next, in case, in case, one of the device is down, or wire is broken, further communication will stop. Like A to B and A to C stop communicating means A to D communication is also not there because it's a line communication. Okay, if a device is down or wire is broken, so no further communication, no further communication. Okay, so this is called a ring topology. And also, if you want to put a one more computer, so what happen again? You have to break the chain and you have to start reconnecting and reconfiguring again. Okay, so that is a ring topology. Next one, guys. Yes. Which topology it is? This is A, B, B, D. Okay. A is connected to B, C, D, E, every piece. And E is connected to all other pieces. D is connected to all other pieces. C is connected to all other pieces. This topology called as a mesh topology. This topology we call it as a mesh topology. What is mesh topology, guys? Every device is connected to all other devices. So it is a give more redundancy. For example, one of the devices is down, no problem. All other devices will communicate each other. All other devices will communicate each other. A wire is disconnected. See this? This wire is disconnected. B to E or E to B communication stop. But remaining communication is going on. That's it is more reliable network. It's more reliable. It's complex but more reliable. It is complex but more reliable. Difficult to scaling. It means want to add one more computer. It is very difficult. See, again, more complex to scalable. Again, you have to by chase another NICs to insert in each device. You have to connect like this. So that is difficult to scalable, more complex, but highly redundant and reliable. Very redundant and reliable. So we are not using bus topology, ring topology, or mesh topology. We are not using. But mesh topology wise, there is a one point is there, guys. In a certain places, like a servers, I have a 10 servers are there. All are connected in the mesh wise. Or maybe I have a core routers are there. I will connect there in the mesh. Why? One server is down, other server is still alive, so they will provide a service to you. Okay. Not a just one central connecting. So they will connect in a full mesh topologies. Why? Because of the first redundancy is important, not remaining things. Okay, that's why they follow the mesh topology. For example, SAN network, storage area network, they follow mesh topology. Mesh topologies. Next one is, see, there is a centralized device. I will give little space here. So here is a our devices are connected to a centralized device. This is called a star topology. This is called a star topology. So A, B, C, C, D. So this is become one network and it is a star topology. Here, this one we use a hub or a switch kind of stuff. Either you use hub or a switch. So this is This a hub or a switch. So next time we will see the devices. Then I will explain what is hub and what is. Okay. All devices are communicating through this. All devices are communicating through this device. For A want to communicate B, A to switch and switch to B. Or C want to communicate it to E like this. Okay. All communications through this centralized device. Either it is hub or a switch only. All are communicating through that one only. Okay. I will tell why I added like that. So look at here. All communication depends upon the main switch. So it is very easy to configure. It is little costlier than other things, but not even a costlier than other thing like a mesh topology and all. Because costly, why? Because they're adding a one additional device. Here all we are using cables to connect, but here we use a device to connect. Okay, cable and device to connect. Guys, this cable is disconnected. Only CPC cannot able to communicate. Okay, or maybe A is down. No problem. Further communication, all other communication is there. If in case centralized device is down, all communication is down. All communication will be down. But it is very easy to troubleshoot. Not reliable as a mesh topology, but it is very easy to configure, easy to troubleshoot. We know where is the problem is occur. Is it a switch problem, means switch or a hub device problem, or maybe it's a cable problem or a system problem? We can easily understand by the LED indication and all, so we can able to get it fast. Okay, and another hand, it is, see, look at here. We can extend this topology, means it's a scalability is there. Scalability is there. This scalability. It means we can able to extend our topology. We can able to extend our topology. It means this is 6 computers in this topology, but 4 more computers added in this one only. So this is network 1, this is network 2. Now both are become single network only. We can extend it, means this is called a extended star topology. Means nothing, it's there is one star topology, another star topology. Both are connected with a simple LAN network, simple wire. So it is become extended star topology. You can go with a like a scalability, means larger network in the single LAN communication. We can make it possible. It is difficult with the bus topology. Bus topology may we don't understand the cable, so how long it can be go. Okay, that cable dependency. Okay, difficult to troubleshoot. Easy to configure, difficult to troubleshoot. Bus topology. Ring topology is difficult to scaling, easy to configure, but every time you have to configure each and every device based on their connectivity, and the new device is introduced, again new configuration, again entire configuration thing will be changes. Again, mesh topology is a reliable one, but it is complex. It is reliable or redundancy. A device or a wire is device is down or wire is down, no problem. Further communication is going on. It is more reliable, more redundancy, but difficult to scaling, complex to configure. Means lot of wiring is there. Lot of wiring is there. So like that. Lot of wiring is there. You have a 10 computers, minimum 9 wires. Minimum 9 wires per device is required. 9 NICs is required. You have 10 computers, means at least 9 NICs are required. Each NIC should be connected to wires. and that is also more mesh. It is become more messy here. Okay. It is reliable but not scalable, and it is more complex, very difficult to troubleshoot. Okay. Next one is star topology, easy to configure, but you have to invest on this switch or hub kind of stuff. Number of devices we can able to connect it, easy to scalable, extend the your topology size. Okay, depends upon your switch or hub, we can able to increase our the network size also. Okay, like in our office we have in general in office we have three switches are connected. These three switches having each one having a 24 port, so we are using only 20 per one, so almost like a 60 computers, more than 60 computers we can connect. The three switches, each one is 24 port switch. If in case you connect only 20 computers per switch, so totally 3 means 60 minimum. 60 plus computers you can able to connect it in a single network. Like that we can be able to extend the network logically, physically. Okay guys, these are the main topologies: bus topology, ring topology, star topology.
Sir, can you show the switch how it look like, switch or hub?
Very good, very good. This is hub, networking hub. These are the look like hub. Okay. Hubs are having a limited port numbers, guys. So why it is limited port numbers? Because hubs are suitable for a very small network purpose. This is how hub work. Switches, I will go to the switches also. Switches also look like a same. If it is a small switch, definitely will get confused with is a switch or a hub. It's a big switch, then it is no confusion. So it is bigger, no all. Switches. Okay. In our offices, net centers, want to connect multiple devices, how to connect? Connect it through these switches. Of course, switch and hub having a differences. That's a number of devices are different. And we will connect like a this one. See this diagram. I connect the internet from our router, so we have a internet. Okay, so I connect a router internet to this switch. Now internet is coming to all these devices. Very simple, right? Okay, switches, hubs. Some places like now there are connectivity. Okay, that is a network.
Okay, sir.
Next one is router. How it is physically routers look like. This is the Wi-Fi routers generally, but Cisco routers are look like a little different. So the routers are look like different, and the Cisco routers are different. Wireless routers are different. This is router symbol. Yeah, where is this? Yeah, it is guys. This is one network. This is switch. This is one network. This is switch. This is another network. The router is connecting both the networks. Also good picture. Next one is point to point. So where I am missing point to point means you are connecting one device to another device. So this is a point to point. Okay, that is also a point to point. But I'm here usually point to point we use in the serial connectivity, WAN connectivity. Serial connectivity is the WAN communication. Point to point connector, point to multi-point connector, that is also in the WAN connectivity or distributed networks like organizational related kind of stuff. Point to multi-point connectors, like different organization in different locations. Point to multi-point distributed WAN connectivity, point to point stuff. Hybrid means it's a combination of mesh and star topology or any topology take, everything is point to point type is combined. Hybrid is a mixture of two networks. Hybrid. These are some pictures. Another one, lot of people are asking tree topology, but this is not a tree topology. This is some example I told. Like here it is one PC, one router is there, big router, then small routers are connected to main router. Further small routers are connected like a core layer, a distribution layer, access layer kind of stuff. Also can go to tree topology, which there is one backbone wire. This is I am trying to say tree topology, like one device connected to some devices and further splitting like this. This is a one tree topology. This is someone told this is the tree top. But I never hear this tree topology when I learn about the main networking, both in academies and is in a CCNA networking essentials. This is the Java T point. This is the main backbone cable. So different network nodes are connected to this backbone point. Okay, so this is it look like a more hybrid topology. This is some people calling it as a. So we'll try that one. Instead of copy image, I take a link address. Okay, so this is easy. Bus topology, ring topology, mesh topology, star topology. Like, I have given explanation, guys. This is some notes is there on it. Okay, but I given directly explanation and how it is look like. So one or two points, at least 2 points about positively, 1 point negatively. You can go through this. May I share this PPT to you? That is very important.
Yes, sir, you share.
Yes, sir.
This I got some message. Yeah, I shared a PPT. Okay, that's a good. Okay, take a break, guys. Come back in a 10-15 minutes. I don't take more time because